This, as you might have seen on the front of this car, has a very, very rare bull bar for the 80 series that most 80 series owners know of, but not a lot have this bull bar. So, it's been a long time since either of these two things have been talked about. It was the first video I made actually on the channel, was talking about this rusty old car here, that rusty old motor over there, and the plan to put them together. But obviously a build like that requires quite a lot of money. So I had to spend the last 4 months or so building that 60 series so I could get a bit of money to fund this project. Now that's gone. I'm back in the full swing of doing this. But what did that money actually buy me? What are the plans? How am I gonna do it? That's all the questions I'm going to answer. So basically, if you didn't see my first video, it was just going through all this stuff, just a lot of information. Basically, this is a 1VD from a 79. So the plan for that is to go into this 1984 HJ47, and it was super rusty. It was a full HJ47 when I bought it. So yeah, since then I've taken the chassis apart, took the motor out, sold the motor, sold the chassis. I've actually made back all that money. So that's basically what the plans are, is the 1VD into here, big build. The good question is what will that money get me from that 60 series? So obviously there's usually 3 main parts to a build: the body, the engine, and the chassis when you're doing this. And obviously what I don't have is a chassis. So that is number 1 on the list for the things that I need to buy. 2, when you're looking at the body, obviously all these parts, all these body parts need to be purchased. So these fenders here, or whatever you call them, so 1 for each side. This cowl up the top here, another $400. For these floor sections here, inner sills, which I might just build myself because I'm building a lot of the parts by hand because a lot of the parts are just straight. So basically it's got to buy all of that. And then you look at the engine here, this will need a rebuild kit. I don't have enough money to just buy a rebuilt engine. They're like 9K, but that needs lots of parts like new starter motors, alternators. They're big money. It's like $500, $600 for a new alternator. It's like $200 for a new water pump, like just crazy stuff. And then obviously the joining parts. So I have already sourced an 80 series chassis, but not only have I sourced an 80 series chassis, what I said in that original video was that I was thinking of, instead of buying an 80 series chassis, just buying a whole 80 series. And that's what I have done, and I'll show it to you. It's pretty interesting. So there it is behind me. It's a 1994 and it's got an FZ in it, 4.5 litre petrol. Doesn't really matter what engine it has in it. It did run. I actually drove it out from the guy's place onto a tilt tray, and then I got it back here. The battery was just really dead. Got it back here, jump started it, got it off the tilt tray, out the back here, put a new battery in it, and now it just won't start. It'll start and immediately die, which really sucks because I wanted to get a video of it running before I sold it. Picked it up for $10,500. For me, is an absolutely incredible price, and I've been watching it for a really long time because it's absolutely perfect for this build. Absolutely perfect. It's a bit of both for this build and for my other car. I've got 1 functioning car. It's an 80 series, the first one I bought. Got a lot of good stuff, but it's not, it needs a lot of stuff done to it. Obviously, so the chassis from this will go underneath this HJ47, so it obviously had to be a very good chassis. And this one is twin lock ARB air lockers, and it's on 35s, and it has some sort of lift in it. It was all done professionally, and the diff gears were built to 4.5, I think. It was a very high ratio for what I remember, with solid spaces and stuff like that. So they've been rebuilt, and one of the diff locks has a leak in it. Some good suspension work done. Anyway, it's just an 80 series chassis. The rest of it, like not a lot of rust. This thing actually was fully functioning and driving, so I can take it apart. Everything is there, even like steering because I'll need the whole steering box and everything. Yeah, that's pretty much everything I'm using for this build. But for my 80 series, this, as you might have seen on the front of this car, has a very, very rare bull bar for the 80 series that most 80 series owners know of, but not a lot have this bull bar. It's a bull bar built by Slinky Customs. That's why I saw it and I really wanted to have it. This bull bar is like the absolute top tier. And that bull bar alone cost the bloke who bought this car, I think $4,000. It's not even that. It took him about, I think it was near 10 months. It was 2 months to get in contact with the guy, 6 months to build, and then 2 months to ship. So that'll be going on my 80 series. It's also got things like just some like custom made rock sliders, like a homemade rear bar, which I'll chuck some swingaways on because I just have the factory bar with a swingaway on the left. And anyway, so on the inside, it's actually got a set of XR6 Falcon seats. Take them for this HJ47. I think in there alone, the value is well above $10,500. So this is just a quick video, sort of with an update, but all of the next videos will be on this car. But it's a big job, a lot of stuff I don't know what to do, but pretty much every job I've done I haven't known what to do. So I've made it this far, which is pretty good. Yeah, hopefully the next time you see me, I'll be doing some good work. Right, yeah, I'll see you then.